So if I were to ask you right now,
Don't.
what would you what would you do to get America out of the hole we're in right now? What would you
What's the
say?
whole? What's our problem now?
Well, right now we're facing an
A lot of debt.
excruciatingly inflated dollar. Like the
But that was
dollar.
because of Corona, wasn't it? Because we had to pump so much money to save the world.
Save the world. Yeah, U.S. trying to
Isn't
be the
that
hero.
true? Like, not the
No, no,
world,
no.
but
I
we
well,
did like spend a lot of checks and a lot of helping people with free money because of Corona, because of
y-
unemployment.
yes and no. So
What else
the
is the reason?
so well
It wasn't like that last
we
year.
are where we are, not because of the virus, but the virus catalyzed what where we are right now.
It wasn't that bad last year.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody thinks that, but it was bad. It's just that nobody knows it. Like for instance, we are 26 trillion dollars in debt right now.
Yeah,
And well, that number last year was 23.
yeah.
So we added $3 trillion in debt. That's no easy feat to
I
accomplish.
mean, it doesn't every president add another trillion or two in the debt? Like it's only going up. Like it never went down in like for
Yes, I
however
know.
long. So it's like you can blame that on everyone, but it's like, yeah, but everyone else is suffering the same problem.
Okay, but you see my point. It's really really bad. And look,
Aren't all the countries in debt except
uh
China cuz that's the country we're all indebted to?
I mean, manufacturing, yeah. But that's a different point I was gonna say after.
You're asking
No,
me how do I get the debt to zero
yeah. How no 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 not
from
how
27 trillion?
no 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 no. We can still have debt and still be in a good economic standing.
Period.
Yeah, we could have economic surplus
Okay.
while having debt. That's not an issue. I'm saying how would you get us out?
I
Like I
mean,
have a theory.
I mean, out like right now with the virus still present, or
Yeah.
assuming the virus goes away?
Well, okay. I mean,
Because what happens if the
all
virus
things
comes
accounted
back and
for.
it's even worse?
All things accounted for.
But life's unpredictable. But all right, today. So the virus, for the most part, is getting tamer, like less cases. New York used to be the most concentrated spot in the world, and now it's very safe, apparently, according to the news.
It's okay. Some people are being stupid, but go on.
But it's definitely better than a few months ago, according to the news. Take it or leave it.
I was in the city yesterday, so I could tell you that some people are still being pretty stupid.
No mask, you mean?
Partially.
Streaking naked.
Partially. There are quite a few people just out on the street.
Having fun.
Partially.
What's wrong with having fun, P? You got a problem against fun times?
Not the good type of fun, Alex.
What? Drinking's fun. Don't drink.
Yes, if you're under the age of 18. I'm joking. All right, so go on, go on.
You mean under 21, but okay.
No,
Isn't
I
that
meant 18.
weird? Isn't that weird that like as an 18-year-old you're legal to do literally everything except drink?
Yeah,
Isn't that kind
every
of
other country has that. As
No, no,
a
no, but
drinking age.
like America, like you can vote for your country, you can go to war, you can star in pornography, but you can't drink a sip of beer. That's not okay.
I mean, there's a backstory behind that.
Yeah, it's the prohibition, but
No, it's a different one. We don't have to talk about it now. I
Okay.
still want your answer.
to how to save America.
Yeah.
It's tough because on the one hand you could give all the unemployed people government jobs, but that comes out of the government's money. So
Mhm.
what do you do then? Then you have to tax people more, which isn't good in my opinion. Um on the flip side, if you leave everyone alone, you're still going to have to pay for them because they're suffering through the corona times. So you're stuck between a rock and another rock because there's nothing you can do that doesn't cost money. And your whole question is how do we like lose our debt? In other words, how do we make money?
No, I'm not saying how do we lose our debt. I'm saying how do we get ourselves out of the economic downturn.
So like the inflation of the dollar. Like, what does that mean?
So,
What's wrong with our economy
what
now?
you want me to define economic prosperity
Sure.
for us? That would be just think business is booming, bro. Like,
My business's stock is pretty good.
yeah, but
It's gone higher than it was last year, and last
is your
year
stock fundamentally, um, is it gonna grow a lot more? Do you
it's
think it
more than it
has
was last year.
fundamental any more fundamental room for growth?
I mean, it keeps growing every day to my surprise.
Yeah, doesn't that worry you at all?
I mean, yeah, because that's everything. It's like everything always eventually goes down. It doesn't go up forever.
Haven't you questioned how we can be outperforming the market
Which market?
pre COVID-19? Like right now the market is outperforming its numbers pre-virus. And in a short span of 3 months,
Well, people are at home doing nothing, so you might as well buy stuff online.
that's not the point though.
But a
because
lot of these companies are online, so my theory has some merit. People are buying more stuff. People are buying groceries online now. My neighbor is literally every week there's a truck of groceries because he or she never leaves the house.
I know, but Alex, remember supply and demand, bro. Like who's gonna be able to upkeep these internet companies if so many people start buying? If the demand goes up,
India? India? Like we outsource it?
okay. that's completely that's completely different.
Well, you ask tech companies, like, why not
No, I'm saying who's gonna
save us?
no. Who
So you want which businesses are doing poorly? Give me an example.
I mean small businesses. Any small business that requires an in-person consumer. They're all that market has completely evaporated. It's decimated.
But theoretically, once the vaccine comes in, it'll start booming again.
How do you know that?
You don't, but you can only hope.
I mean, yeah, that's my point. You don't know for sure, especially because they're not going to exist anymore.
Oh, like they're out of business
Dude,
soon?
like when you're out of business, you're done. You can't do anything about it. How are you going to pay rent to try to like be there in a year when we have the vaccine? You can't. You're done.
Then maybe this is just the dawn of a new age. No
Yeah.
more small businesses.
So, you have no concrete plan how to save America.
If I mean, the best thing to do would be to pump as much money into getting the vaccine as quick as possible and make it mandatory for everyone, and that way we can all go outside, because they already tried several times in several states to like open things, and every time they did that the spike in the virus went skyrocketed back up. So it's clear that right now if you go out you're at risk if you go out in the masses, like in large populations. They literally opened up theme parks. Like how stupid.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like in Florida they opened, I forget if it was Disney World or Orlando Park or whatever, but like there was a period where they opened it and I'm like, why? But why though? You're opening.
You're joking right now.
No,
What theme park opened? Do you know?
one of those two. It was in Florida, and because it was dying down, the virus was dying down, so they thought, okay, now it's a good time to open things, and they opened it. The cases went back up, and they closed everything again.
Dude, Disney World opened.
Yeah,
That's so stupid.
but money, Pete.
Oh my god.
But Pete,
bro.
money.
Oh.
What about the money, Pete?
It's not like there's like a pandemic going on.
Pete, but what about money?
Oh man.
You're forgetting the most important question.
Wow.
Um,
People are selfish.
Yeah, but like, which is dumber, Pete? That they opened it or that people went anyway? You understand?
Oh yeah.
You're blaming them, but like they're not the ones forcing you to go in there into a large population.
No, I mean people stuck at home like just
Are getting
being-
tired of this.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't blame them.
No, I
as
don't blame them,
much.
but at the same time, it's like, what do you do?
I know.